Hey everybody, I hope you guys are doing well. I hope you guys had a nice weekend. I'm going to do a general reading. We're going to see what the message is today. Keep in mind it's general. It could be past, present, future. Okay, you guys will know best how this fits, where this fits, and if it resonates at all. So before I get into that, I mentioned briefly in another video, I've been binging on like climbing videos the last week about, well, more like mountaineering videos. Okay, I've been binge watching things about like Mount Everest and K2 and the mountain climbing in the Himalayas. Okay, now I don't know how I don't even remember what was the first video I watched, but for some reason I'm just finding it super interesting. Okay, and I want to touch on this for a second because there's a couple things that have made me actually contemplate while watching these things. And I've drawn like deeper conclusions from all this, let's just call it research I've been doing, okay? So for one, I think it's really interesting that there's a lot of stories about groups that go up these mountains, right? And you'll always hear it time again that like one or two or several people in the group, they get a bad feeling. They get a weird feeling, or they don't like the weather, or they just feel like they need to turn back, okay? Because they feel like something's not right, or, you know, they feel like they need to turn back. And the other group then, you know, decides to keep going, even though the weather might turn or things are not going plan. And they always end up in these fatal catastrophes, basically, where the people that ended up turning back survive, and the people that just wanted to keep pushing through, things then happen, like blizzards, snowstorms, or, you know, falls, okay? Just really bad accidents, basically. But it made me contemplate, you know, is it instinct or is it intuition? Like when those people are up on that mountain and they're just getting this weird feeling that they should turn back because something might happen, and they do it and they survive, it makes me think like, you know, did the people that decided to keep going up the mountain, even though it was dangerous on that day, did they also get that feeling and then they decided to ignore it? Okay. Did everybody get that intuitive kick that, you know, should we really be doing this? Some people ignored the feeling, some people didn't. You know, it made me contemplate, like, how do you feel up on that mountain when you don't know how the weather's going to turn out? Or just generally maybe an eerie feeling in the air, like something's not right, and then it ends up being horrible, okay? You know, that discerning moment on the mountain of when people start turning away, and those people that keep pushing through, like, was it intuition? Was something trying to warn them that today was a bad day? Okay. And the other thing that kind of, you know, comes to me is that, well, in a lot of these videos, people like they called it the expert trap, right? It's when people that climb a lot of mountains and they've reached a lot of summits, and they start to, you know, become very comfortable in their abilities, you know, on those mountains. Like even the most professional, the best climbers in the world, people that have climbed dozens of mountains, if I should say, they end up having fatal accidents. So these people with all this experience, they of course they know the risks and the dangers, but they still decide to push through because maybe through their career of being a climber, they've gotten this feeling that they're maybe a bit like invincible, okay? Like they can do anything and they always end up surviving, like things are always in their favor. So they might end up taking risks that lead to bad outcomes because, oh, up until this point, you know, I've always survived, right? So that feeling of like maybe overestimating yourself, because on those mountains, like the things that happen, those are like such big forces of nature. And that's kind of what I'm getting at, is like there's things that happen that is like out of people's control, like blizzards or avalanches or giant sheets of ice like falling on top of you, okay? There's absolutely nothing that anybody can do, even if people think that they're the best climber and they're an expert and they've planned for everything and they've, you know, have the best gear on. When when forces of nature are at play, it doesn't matter how well prepared someone is, right? And some people that let their thirst for victory or their ego maybe even, or this drive that they just want to achieve this one thing, you know, it ends up being their downfall. Like for some people it even ends up being their death, right? Because there's people that turn back when they feel like something's not right, and then there's people that like, no, I need to keep going, I need to make it. And then that gets the best of them. And I don't know why I feel like Spirit wanted me to touch on that for a second. Maybe that's going to be part of the message today. I don't know, but I've drawn a lot of conclusions and like been contemplating this, you know, the deeper meaning behind what is going on there, like, and the human nature, right? And like the intuition tied to these disasters. It's like, could these things have been avoided, or, you know, man, it's just and also just the forces of nature. Okay, like those mountains are just, you know, you won't see me climbing one of those, but I just think it's so interesting. So I don't know, maybe there is someone here, hopefully not one of you guys in the collective, but maybe some of these people that, you know, they have this unsatiable drive to win and have victory, and it's like not understanding like the forces of nature are so much stronger. Even if these people think that they have all of the tools and they've planned everything so well, and it's like nothing could go wrong, like I've been doing this for years and I've always survived and come out on top, like the odds are always in my favor. And it's like, yeah, it only takes like one avalanche or one blizzard, and then what? Then what, right? So let's see here. Spirit, what is the message here today for the collective? What is it that you want to... And also the importance of like intuition, listening to your intuition, like listening to that instinct, even if you just want to call it an instinct, okay? A survival instinct. Like, it's important to listen. If something feels weird, you need to listen, okay? The Four of Swords in reverse, yeah, a feeling of unease here, the Magician. The Knight of Cups, the Page of Pentacles, and the Four of Swords in reverse. So someone here is anxious about something, okay? Somebody does feel restless, they feel burnt out, they feel exhausted. And that's another thing, like, and now I'm getting it, like another thing about these stories, okay? Just for 1 second, bear with me. There's stories of people that they get burnt out. They suffer from fatigue. They get the altitude sickness, which is like Mayday, turn around right now. Their body has been pushed to the edge. They're burnt out, exhausted, and feeling absolutely unrested. And they refuse to turn around. Their guides are like, you need to turn around, you need to go back. And they just refuse. They're like, but it's so close and I've come so far, I've paid so much money. Yeah, but it's like your life is on the line. Okay, like what's more important, your ego right now or your life? And a lot of people choose that ego. It's like, no, I can't give up. I've come so far. It's in my sight. Like I just, you know, and it's like, but your body is shutting down. You're literally dying, like by the second. No, but I'm just gonna make it. And once it's like pushing against something here for some reason, okay? The Knight of Cups, the Page of Pentacles. I don't know what that is. Let's see what this is. What's the Knight of Cups here for the collective? What is the Knight of Cups? The Nine of Swords in reverse, the King of Swords, and the Seven of Cups. So this is someone who is not worried. They're not anxious. They're not stressed out. They're not in fear, but they're confused. Seven of Cups. or it's like a false sense of security. Like it's a false, man, this really ties in. I'm telling you, I don't know why, but I felt like my deep life contemplations about mountaineering for some reason, like tying into this. Cause it's like, whoever this person is, with whatever they're doing here, they weren't worried about it. They're like, no, I'm fine. I'm invincible. Like nothing can stop me. I'm not worried. I'm not scared. I'm not in any kind of fear. But it's like delusional. Like, you know, it's delusional. Like they say on those mountains, like people, they with the lack of oxygen and with the hypothermia and stuff, like they stop being able to think clearly. And that's kind of what this is giving me as well. It's like, this person is very secure and they're not scared or nervous about anything, but they're also a bit confused about like the situation that they're actually in. Okay, what's the Page of Pentacles? The Five of Wands, the Devil in reverse. Okay, so not the Chariot. So it has something to do with wanting to move forward, determination. Again, the Chariot is like that blind determination. This card is basically, I'm going to climb Mount Everest and I'm going to do it in one day. You're going to see me do it. I'm super determined. I'm going to make it up there. That's this willpower. That's the Chariot. But there's an argument here or a fight about not wanting to be attached to something, not wanting to be bound to something. It's like, so that's where the determination is coming from, okay? So the determination to get up this hill or get up this figurative mountain, I guess you could say, is not wanting to be bound to something. Like I don't want to be attached to something. Like I have to do it because I don't want to be bound or trapped or attached in some sort of way. Okay, what's the Four of Swords reverse? Ace of Cups. The Two of Cups in reverse, the Page of Swords in reverse. So somebody here felt extremely restless, anxious, burnt out because of some sort of lies or manipulation, gossip, or some sort of manipulation surrounding a breakup and a new beginning in love. Ace of Cups. Okay, tell me more about this Knight of Cups, please. The Tower in reverse. Yeah, someone really thinks they're invincible. Like this Tower in reverse is like, oh, I know nothing's gonna happen. No, there's not gonna be an avalanche with me. There's not gonna be a blizzard. There's not gonna be any kind of a catastrophe. Like the Tower, that's literally what that feeling is. It's like something that is so much bigger than life. You have no control over it. It's like when major life events happen and you can't do anything to stop it. It's like the hand of God coming down to destroy something. And that is this person's energy thinking, oh, nothing's gonna happen to me. I'm invincible. There's not gonna be anything that happens when I climb this mountain. It's like, oh my God, that is literally the energy. That is literally the energy. So this is someone that was so sure they were gonna get to the top, and they're absolutely delusional about what that even means, or, you know, the danger that they're actually in, okay? Wow. The Six of Swords. Yeah, I'm gonna get away. It's gonna be easy peasy. I'm gonna climb all the way on top of K2, and then I'm gonna climb all the way back down. It's gonna be easy peasy. I'm the best. Nothing's gonna happen to me. I'm just gonna, you know, I'm just gonna have this graceful like rope down, and then I'm just gonna walk away. It's gonna be great. Nothing's gonna happen to me. I'm invincible. Wow. Okay. A great fortune. Yeah, and I'm gonna have a great fortune too. It's gonna be amazing, okay? So they thought they were gonna be getting some sort of a great fortune, and that's that. It's giving me like, yeah, like trying to, like somebody that thinks that they can, I mean, if it's about money, like break into like the state treasury and it's just gonna be easy peasy. Like there's no catastrophes, nothing. They're invincible. Okay. What are they not worried about here? Nine of Swords reverse. Well, they should be concerned. They should be concerned, but they're not. They're in despair about a main female and imprisonment. So somebody is now in despair about some sort of imprisonment and a main female. What does that mean? Or something about judgment. They're under judgment. What do you mean? With concern and despair. Yeah, this person really thought that they were going to win. Wow. Why it keeps coming out. The world too. It's like, I'm going to be on top of the world. I'm going to be number one on top of the world. This is literally, I'm on the summit energy and you can't stop me. I'm going to make it all the way up to the top of the world. And I'm going to be the victor and I'm going to win. And it's like, this is someone that is so arrogant. Is so much arrogance. Like, this is not just stupidity. This is literally arrogance. And this drive to, you know, is like blinding. It's blinding this person. They're delusional in this drive, in this quest to win and be on top of the world. 3 of Pentacles. Yeah, working together with others. Why is despair here though? The true clarity is setting in, and now they're feeling some sort of way. Now they're in despair because of some sort of clarity, and now their ego is getting hurt. Or what is this? What is this? The 10 of Wands. Oh, now it's starting to set in that this is not as easy as they thought it was. Man, 10 of Wands. That is when you're in the death zone trying to make it to the top and you feel like you can't, you know, your fingers are falling off with frostbite and you just got to keep pushing through. Okay. They really thought it was just going to be like, oh, like I'm going to get there. This is gonna work. No one can stop me. I'm on top of the world. And now they're realizing like, oh God, like it's actually really hard. And actually I can't breathe. And actually I'm feeling not so good. Sudden wealth, and all of this about money, sudden wealth. Now they're feeling the burden of something to do with money. So again, they thought, oh, I'll just break into the National Treasury. I'll just steal all this gold. I'll just walk out. Now they're realizing, oh man, it's like starting to set in. It's like when reality starts to set in, it's like, damn, this shit weighs a lot. How am I supposed to make it out of here without people seeing me, without security stopping me? And the realization of them sitting there going like, damn, this is a lot harder than I thought it would be. Oh man, I thought this was just gonna be quick, easy in, easy out, man. Like, oh man, I didn't think it was gonna be this hard. Yeah, that's what happens when your arrogance and your ego gets the best of you, really, okay? And you ignore all the red flags and all the signs. Delusional person here. What's the Page of Pentacles? The Queen of Cups in reverse and the Lovers. And the 10 of Swords. Yeah, something here about a relationship, okay? And a betrayal in a relationship. This is how they thought that they would be able to push through, by saying something about a breakup and a relationship or a betrayal. What is that? Clock in reverse. Out of time. They don't have any more time. They're out of time. They're out of time. Mask. Not showing true feelings. Somebody hiding, personifying, pretending, deluding, and gaslighting. So this is someone that put on a mask. They are hiding something and they're pretending something. So they pretended that there was a betrayal in a relationship. So they lied about a relationship. They created some sort of gossip, some sort of manipulation. And all of this to hide something. Yeah, something about I like you, romance is blooming, fun flirting, want a date. So they pretended that there was some sort of flirting. Okay. And that there was a betrayal. Soulmates. Yeah, something to do with a relationship. Tell me what they're pretending here, please. Two of Swords in reverse, whatever it is, it's being seen very clearly. There's clarity here. The Three of Pentacles. So whatever it is, again, the Three of Pentacles here twice. It's a whole group of people coming together, working together, trying to find a solution here. And something is now being seen very clearly about this group and this plan. Okay? Coffin. And something being completely over. Okay, or what's over? Coffin. Adjudication. Oh my God, it's going to be their day in court. Look at this. Adjudication, coffin. Like if this person gets judged, which they will because they're under judgment, it's going to be their ending. Or what is this? Because we do have imprisonment, main female down here, and despair with this King of Swords. Help me understand this coffin adjudication. With a Queen of Cups in reverse, it's a failure, man. Three of Wands in reverse, it is an absolute failure. It doesn't even matter what they did. The whole message today is it's a failure. They cannot keep going up the mountain. They're blocked. They can't keep going. Their ships are not coming in. There's a blizzard on the way. Everything is a failure. Everything that they worked for is going down the drain. They can't do anything about it, okay? Nothing is working. It's all for nothing. Some sort of manipulation here with a Queen of Wands, okay? Or something a Queen of Wands tried to create out of thin air. Everything is a failure, man. It's a failure all over the place. This is really bad. Yeah, and it's because of this. Oh my gosh, it all comes down to this drive to win. It's this drive to win. It's this unrelenting, unsatiating drive to get to the top of the world. It's like, I'm gonna win. I'm gonna be at the top. I'm gonna reach the summit. You can't stop me from getting all the way up there. And here comes the force of nature. Here comes an avalanche. What about that now? So you made it all the way to the top where you think that's where you're going. Not taking into account anymore like the danger that's actually around them. It's like someone blinded with tunnel vision of, I'm gonna make it to the summit. I'm gonna make it to the summit. I'm gonna make it to the summit because I know that I can. It's like, well, again, it doesn't matter how well prepared you think you are, how much gear you have in pack with you. It doesn't matter. Like these people lost sight of what they're actually doing, which is you're on top of a killer mountain that kills like 25% of the people that climb it, okay? It's like these people are going down. It's failing. It's not looking so good. They're not going to reach the goal, but they were blinded by this tunnel vision of, I'm going to reach the top of the summit. And it's giving me ego. It's giving me like, yes, determination is good, okay? It's good to be determined in life and to have that winning spirit of like, I can do what I set my mind onto. But not if you're, delusional about it. Not if you're not taking the risks into account. Not if you're trying to lie and create this, something about a breakup. You're trying to get some sort of money out of this. You think that you're going to walk away unscathed. It's like, this is another type of like arrogance, man. Yeah, no. Yeah, okay. So tell me about this, this devil in reverse, the Wheel of Fortune. They decided their fate when they did that. And it's chilling. It's really chilling. Like, I'm sorry, I keep talking about these mountain videos, man, but it's connected, okay? It's so connected because this is like that decision where a group or a part of the group says, I'm going to turn back. I'm getting a weird feeling about this, or, something doesn't feel right. And these people say, no, I'm going to keep going. I'm going to make it to the end. That, it seals their fate. It's like you get one choice. You get one decision in a situation like that. And it could save your life, or it could, it could seal your fate. And whatever they did here, deciding to push forward out of arrogance and thinking, oh, I'm going to win. It sealed their fate. It sealed their fate on this mountain, whatever this is. They can't stop nature. They can't stop God. They cannot stop the forces at play that are so much bigger than them, and they forgot that. They forgot that. They thought they are the biggest thing on this earth. They're not. They've sealed their fate with this. Yeah. The Ace of Swords. Yeah, they did. They already had their chance to choose. They chose wrong. And yeah, that's that. That's that. That's judgment. They're under judgment now. And who knows when the disaster is going to hit, but I can tell you it's going to hit, and it's not going to be pretty. They got their chance to turn around. They didn't. Okay. So what's the Four of Swords reverse? The Five of Pentacles. Left out. Up. I mean, look at this. Even this, like, with the snow there, it's like when these people are stranded up on the mountains waiting for rescue, middle of a blizzard, it's like you're out there alone, man. You are out there alone. No one's coming to save you right now. It's like survival of the fittest, okay? Or nobody survives, basically. Someone here is out, stranded, alone. They have nothing. They have no help. They're not going to get any help. They're going to be stranded out there in the cold. Left out in the cold. Because of some sort of manipulation surrounding a breakup and a relationship. I mean, like, that's the hill you chose to die on. This is the mountain they chose to die on. Lying about a relationship. I mean, what do you want me to say? Okay, delusional, really. The Four of Pentacles. I desperately holding on. No, it's going to be my way or nothing. I'm holding on to this. This is what we're going to do. This is my dream. I'm going to do it my way. I'm going to make this work. You can't stop me. I'm going to keep going. No one's going to get in my way. I'm bigger than God. Watch this. Yeah, okay. What's the Four of Swords reverse? Oh man, journey in reverse, man, is over. Their journey is over. Their journey is over, man. It's so fucking over. I'm not even kidding. Like, they can't do anything. They can't leave. They're stuck. They're left out in the cold. They can't move. No one's coming to save them. Nothing they can do. Their journey is literally over. Get off the train, okay? Courtship. Yeah, because they're exposed. False person in reverse, courtship, because they are exposed with something to do with a relationship. They're exposed. They lied about a breakup. They manipulated something about a breakup. They're exposed when it comes to this relationship. False person in reverse. So what's this? Boat. Receiving what you need. Progressing. Arriving. Receiving what you need. They thought they can just keep progressing and arriving and receiving what they need here. This person is so fucking obsessed, yo. Marriage. Could be someone that someone was married to, or this has to do with a divorce or a marriage. This is someone that is obsessive, possessive, and controlling. This is a codependent person that is absolutely obsessive, possessive, and controlling. And they are addicted to some sort of a idea of being with you or being married to you or having you stuck in a marriage with them, okay? Or they lied about being married, or they lied about the marriage or the breakup. Because they're tunnel vision. Don't see the danger. Only the tunnel vision. Only the goal. And that was a fatal mistake. I feel, well, not literally fatal, but I feel like in the context of things, it's like that was the mistake. That was the decision that sealed their fate. It's like, it's done. It's done. You chose this. You literally chose this. You chose the win and the summit over your own life, over your own instincts, over every red flag along the way. You chose this. Okay? Heartbreak. Heartbreak. 10 of Wands in reverse. And they're heartbroken. You want to know why? Because they didn't think it was going to be this fucking hard. Wow. 10 of Wands in reverse. They did not think it was going to be this hard. It's literally giving me someone that just, you know, because they've been out hiking a couple times, they try to climb Mount Everest thinking, oh, my sheer willpower and my sheer luck and good favor is going to get me to the top and I'm going to be alive. It's like, now they're sitting there heartbroken, hurt, and frostbitten, realizing like, I didn't think it was going to be this hard. What? Okay. I didn't think it was going to be this way. Justice. Yeah, no, this is justice. Something's about to be made fair. There's about to be justice in this situation. Something is about to be made right for you. Justice. Okay. Death. And something is completely over for them. Ominous. That is some ominous shit right there, man. Death. Okay. Something is completely over for them. Or it could just be this again. Coffin and adjudication. When they get sat in front of a judge, justice is over for them. It's over for them. It's over for them. This person could be in despair about going to prison, man. They could actually be going to prison. It's like they ruined their life. This person could have actually ruined their life to the point where they're going to jail for something they did because they were so unrelenting. They refused to stop. Oh my God, the world. And that's how it ends. That is some ominous, this is like ominous foreshadowing. Like, I hope you understand. I'm getting like this weird feeling of like, wow, see how this whole thing tied in with my weird mountaineering obsession, right? But death on top of the world. They might have thought, like the weird thing is these people might have thought for a while they're on top of the world. And that's a scary thing about climbs like in the Himalayan mountains, like K2 and Mount Everest and stuff. It's like the ascent is hard, but it's usually not as hard as the descent. Like a lot of people die on the way down, right? They say that the descent can be even harder than the ascent. So these people might have thought that they were on top of the world for a while. Maybe they did think they reached the top, but now they have to go down, and death in the world, that's final. That's like, this is the end. This is what you chose. Yeah, I hope you enjoyed the view at the top, but your ego and your pride and your overestimation of yourself might have gotten in the way of your, you know, how should I say this? Like your instincts, okay? Your ability to, I don't know, how should I say that? Like something definitely got in the way of, you know, clear thinking, like having clarity, being able to perceive your surroundings correctly, okay? To, you know, estimate or have a clear estimate of like the dangers around you, I guess. So this is very ominous, man. Again, the Hangman, oh man. And Judgment underneath it, I didn't even see that. Oh man, this is bad, man. I am sorry, I'm like speechless right now because it's like, I feel, look at this. It's like all major arcanas. I hope you understand. Justice, death, the world, the Hangman, and Judgment. That is like, this is punishment. Like these people, whoever this is, they're about to receive punishment. Now, I don't know in which way that looks like, okay, because I can't, you know, tell you on what day and in what week, but it's been decided by the divine. It's like been decided by nature, by the forces of spirit. that this is judgment, like something is over for them. Like you cannot mess with the force of nature and think that you're smarter or that you're safe. Like something feels really big. Like I'm even feeling weird right now because it feels very foreshadowing and ominous. I gotta be honest, feels like this is what you chose. Now get ready for your judgment. Like feels like, I mean, the hanged man, death in the world, that feels like punishment. Now, I don't know in which way that is. I'm not even going to say what it could be. It feels like judgment, maybe from, I mean, coffin is here. Shit, I don't know. I don't know what this is. I mean, it could just be somebody going to jail. I don't know. But it's like I said, I don't know when this will happen, but it's going to happen. It will. It will. This is some sort of a prophecy, I guess you could say. It's like people warned you not to go up that mountain. You went up that mountain. You shouldn't have gone up that mountain. And whatever happens on that mountain now is like your own fault. That's what this is giving me. It's like you thought that you were stronger than nature. You thought that nothing could happen to you. Now you're going to see that you're not, that your ego doesn't save you. Like ego and arrogance and drive and willpower, it does not save you. It doesn't. This is very weird. The 10 of Pentacles. Yeah, a great fortune. It was all about money and greed. And this is even giving me like glory. This is so, I'm sorry. I keep having to a lot of people that had like horrible freak accidents on the mountain, like on Mount Everest, and refused to turn around. It had a lot to do with like fame and glory and reputation. Like if they're there because they want to be the first person that reaches the summit without oxygen, like supplemental oxygen, or they want to be the first woman from said country, or they want to be the first blah 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 to do it from this side and not that side. It's like, it's something about like glory, like wanting the fame, the riches, the glory. It's like it blinds some people. It's like, oh, but I can't turn around. I have to keep going because I want this. I want the glory. I want this. I came so far. I already see it in front of me. Well, that is your choice. That was your choice. You chose to do that. So don't be upset when you get strung up and await your trial. Just as death. Just saying, Page of Wands in reverse. They didn't listen to the messages. They didn't listen. They didn't listen. These people got messages. I feel like this is also like intuition. Like they got the messages to turn the fuck around. They got the news to stop going. They got the message that it's bad weather. They got the messages and they didn't listen. They didn't listen. So anything like collective, honestly, anything that happens to these people is their own fucking fault. You don't have to feel sorry for them. You don't have to, feel guilty, nothing. What they did is their own fault. They chose this, okay? They chose this. Like it's horrible. It's fucking horrible sometimes, like the things that happen, right? But at the end of the day, they chose to do what they did. Nobody forced them to do this. Nobody forces anyone to try and climb K2. They go up there knowing the risks. Some people get blinded by the glory. And what happened to them is really unfortunate, but they chose it. They chose to do it knowing the risks. It's really sad, but nobody can come against the forces of God and the forces of nature. Like it was so humbling for me to watch this stuff from the outsider's perspective. The Chariot, man, it keeps coming down to this drive. It's like, yes, you can have drive, you can have motivation, you can have willpower and this drive to, I'm going to make it. No one can stop me. But like, the chariot energy overtook someone. It overtook someone. And some people think that, like I said, their determination, their willpower, this, I'm going to do it. I can do anything. I'm going to push forward. No one can stop me. They see this as a false sense of security because they feel like with that in tow, they can do anything. They can reach anything. They can overcome anything. But it's not true. Like, it's just not. This can blind your intuition, your instincts, and your actual perception. Like, you become delusional with this willpower, and people think, oh, I'm going to make it. No, you won't. No, you won't. I know I can make it to the top of Mount Everest. Yeah, maybe you can. But what is this going to do? Is this going to save you when an avalanche comes on top of your fucking head? No, it's not. Like, be aware of your surroundings. People think, oh, yeah, maybe all this fresh snow on the mountain, and oh yeah, it's a hot day. It could melt and there could be an avalanche, but I know that I can do it. I know that I can do it anyways. Well, that was stupid. That was a stupid move right there. You should have waited. The Hierophant in reverse. They did something corrupt, criminal, illegal. They didn't listen to God. They didn't listen to their guides, to the divine. They went against God's messages. That's what I feel, honestly. They went against God's messages to them to stop and turn around. They went against it. They didn't listen to the higher powers. They didn't listen to higher power. And the higher powers can even just be that intuitive kick that something is not right and you should turn around. There could be higher powers telling you the weather's not good today. You shouldn't be doing this. Some higher powers trying to warn you. Your guides, this person's guides, ancestors, whoever was there trying to warn them. They didn't listen to the fact that they are not bigger than the divine. They're not bigger than the forces of nature. I feel like the Hierophant is really the forces of nature that are bigger than them. They didn't listen. And that's the truth. And that's their message. That's whoever these people are, it's their message. Maybe, hopefully they're watching this. And if they are, maybe they should look into some Mount Everest mountaineering. Maybe they can draw some conclusions about, how fleeting life can be, really. How fleeting it can be and how fast it can be over because of this overestimation of, oh, I'm the almighty, I'm so powerful, I can do whatever I want. No. And maybe we don't live on a mountain, but there's still, we don't have to be scared of things like the snow or whatever, but there's still forces of nature that are so big, even if we cannot see them, they're not coming at us like a natural disaster. You have to understand the forces of nature are still there. And they are so much bigger than these people. They're not bigger than nature and God. There's nothing they can do to stop a tower. Nothing. And it was naive. It was naive. And it was almost stupid to think that, oh, I didn't think it was going to be this hard. I feel like the nightmare is just beginning for them. They're under judgment. And even if they don't see it yet, it's on its way. It's on its way. And it looks like death in the world, man. That is... I don't know how things are going to end. It could be different for every single karmic in this group, the way that they're about to face endings in their life, like world-changing endings, like permanent endings in their life. It's not pretty. That's judgment, though. I don't know what to tell you, man. Anything else? There's King of Greed. Greed. King of Pentacles in reverse. Greed. Materialistic. People that are so shallow, vain, full of themselves, arrogant, think that they can own everything. It's even giving me like from Pocahontas, like, you think you own whatever land you land on. The earth is just a dead thing you can claim. That's this energy right here. But it's not dead. And the earth will claim them before they ever claim the earth. Anyway. All of it for money, money. Just to get something here. Oh man, I'm getting out of this energy because it feels like there's something coming. Even if you don't see it yet, it's coming. And it'll come, it might come quick, like, you know, how they say when an avalanche hits. Like those accidents on the mountain, they're like this. They're out of nowhere. They're so quick that, you know, at one point you're standing next to someone, the next moment they're gone because the ice underneath them just broke away, and all you see is like someone hurling through the air. Like it goes like this. And I feel like that's what's gonna happen here. It's gonna come like that. So there's no telling you when or how, but it's gonna be like that. Okay, so June. Well, we have June right now. November, August, a Gemini, February. So something about a Gemini. And a Scorpio. And a Pisces. And an Aquarius, and someone's sister, and then we have January at the bottom. All right, man, I'm gonna leave it at that, okay? Take care of yourselves. Until next time, bye.